What if everything you believe about money is wrong? What if the habits you follow every single day are the exact reason you're struggling financially? Here's a shocking fact. According to a 2024 survey by Bankrate, 78% of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. That includes people earning $50,000 a year, $75,000 a year. Even people earning over $100,000 a year are still broke by the end of the month. And the crazy part? It has almost nothing to do with how much money you make. The real problem is hidden in your daily habits. The small financial decisions you make every single day without even thinking about them. These habits are silently draining your wealth, keeping you stuck in a cycle of stress and financial anxiety. Today, I'm going to expose 7 dangerous money habits that are keeping you poor. These are the same habits that separate the wealthy from the broke. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to change starting today. But pay close attention to habit number 7. It's the most dangerous one of all, and almost nobody talks about it. This is the compound voice, where your money meets your future. Compounded. Before we dive in, I want to ask you a small favor. If you're serious about changing your financial life, hit that subscribe button right now and turn on the notification bell. I drop new videos every week designed to give you the financial education that school never taught you. Also, smash that like button. It helps this video reach more people who need to hear this message. And if you know someone who is struggling with money, share this video with them. It might just change their life. Now, let's get into it. Habit number 1. Lifestyle inflation. This is the silent wealth killer that almost every American falls into. Let me paint a picture for you. You just got a promotion at work. Your salary went from $50,000 to $65,000 a year. That's an extra $15,000. You feel amazing. You feel like you deserve a reward. So what do? You upgrade your apartment to a nicer one. Rent goes up by $400 a month. You trade in your reliable Honda for a brand new SUV. Car payment jumps to $600 a month. You start eating out 4 or 5 times a week instead of cooking at home. You upgrade your phone to the latest model. You subscribe to 3 more streaming services. And just like that, that $15,000 raise, gone. Every single penny of it, absorbed by your new lifestyle. This is called lifestyle inflation, and it is the #1 reason why high earners are still broke. A study published by CNBC found that 60% of Americans earning over 6 figures still describe themselves as financially stressed. Let me say that again. People making over $100,000 a year are still struggling with money, not because they don't earn enough, but because every time their income goes up, their spending goes up right with it. Now, let me show you what wealthy people do differently. When a wealthy person gets a raise of $15,000, they don't change their lifestyle. They keep living the exact same way. Instead, they take that extra money and put it to work. They invest it. Let's do some quick math. If you invested that extra $1,250 a month, which is what $15,000 a year breaks down to, into an S&P 500 index fund averaging 10% annual returns, here's what happens. In 10 years, you'd have over $256,000. In 20 years, over $950,000. In 30 years, you'd be sitting on over $2.7 million. All from one raise that most people waste on a nicer apartment and a fancier car. That is the true cost of lifestyle inflation. It doesn't just steal your money today, it steals your millions tomorrow. The rule is simple. When your income goes up, your investments should go up, not your lifestyle. Live below your means and invest the difference. That's how ordinary people build extraordinary wealth. Habit number 2, not paying yourself first. Let me ask you something. When your paycheck hits your bank account, what's the first thing you do? If you're like most Americans, you start paying bills, rent, car payment, insurance, electric bill, phone bill, groceries, gas. And then maybe, just maybe, if there's anything left over at the end of the month, you think about saving. But here's the brutal truth. There is never anything left over. There never has been, and there never will be. Because expenses have a funny way of expanding to eat up every dollar you have. This is called Parkinson's law of money. Your spending will always rise to match your income unless you take control. Now, here's what the wealthy do differently. They flip the entire system upside down. Instead of saving what's left after spending, they spend what's left after saving. This concept is called paying yourself first, and it was made famous by one of the richest investors in history, Warren Buffett. He said, and I quote, "Do not save what is left after spending. Spend what is left after saving." Here's how it works in practice. The moment your paycheck lands in your account, you immediately move at least 20% into a separate savings or investment account. Before you pay rent, before you buy groceries, before you do anything else, that 20% is your future. It's non-negotiable. It's sacred. Now I know what you might be thinking. I can't afford to save 20%. I'm barely making it as it is, and I hear you. But here's the thing. Start where you are. If 20% feels impossible, start with 5%, even $50 per paycheck. The amount doesn't matter as much as the habit. And here's the secret. Automate it. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account on payday. When it happens automatically, you don't even think about it. You adjust your spending around what's left. And trust me, you will adjust. Humans are incredibly adaptable. Let me give you a real example. Let's say you earn $4,000 a month after taxes. You set up an automatic transfer of $400, which is 10% on payday. That's $4,800 a year going straight into investments. If you invest that $400 a month into an index fund, earning 10% average returns, in 20 years you'll have over $300,000. In 30 years, over $860,000, almost $1 million, just from $400 a month that you won't even miss after the first few weeks. Pay yourself first, automate it, and watch your wealth compound over time. This single habit alone separates the rich from the poor. Habit number 3, carrying credit card debt. This one is an absolute wealth destroyer. Let me give you the numbers that should terrify every American. The average credit card debt in America is now over $6,500 per person. And the average credit card interest rate has climbed to nearly 28% in 2024. 28%. Let that sink in. Now let me show you what that actually means in real life. Let's say you owe $6,500 on your credit card at 28% interest. And you decide to make only the minimum payment each month, which is usually around 2% of your balance or about $130. Here's what happens. It will take you over 24 years to pay off that debt, and by the time you're done, you will have paid over $19,000 in total. That means you paid $12,500 in interest alone, almost double what you originally borrowed. For what? A few dinners out? Some clothes you don't even wear anymore? An impulse purchase you forgot about? This is how credit card companies make billions of dollars every year. They love minimum payments. They are designed to keep you trapped in debt for decades. And here's what makes this even worse. While your credit card is charging you 28% interest, the stock market historically returns about 10% per year. So every dollar sitting in credit card debt is costing you 28% while simultaneously preventing you from earning 10%. That's a 38% swing against you every single year. Credit card debt is not just expensive, it's the opposite of compounding. It's financial quicksand. So how do you escape? Here's the plan. Step 1. Stop using your credit cards immediately. Cut them up if you have to. Switch to a debit card or cash only. If you can't pay for it in cash, you can't afford it. Period. Step 2. Use the avalanche method. Write down all your debts. List them from highest interest rate to lowest. Attack the highest interest rate debt first with every extra dollar you have while making minimum payments on everything else. Once that's paid off, move to the next highest. This saves you the most money in interest. Step 3. Look into balance transfer cards. Some credit cards offer 0% interest for 12 to 18 months on balance transfers. This can give you breathing room to pay down your debt without interest eating you alive. And step 4. The golden rule. Never spend money you don't have. If your bank account says $500, your budget is $500, not a penny more. Destroy your credit card debt and you remove the biggest anchor holding your wealth down. Habit number 4, having no emergency fund. This is the habit that turns small problems into complete financial disasters. Let me tell you a story. Imagine a guy named Mike. Mike is 32 years old. He works a decent job making about $55,000 a year. He's doing okay, paying his bills on time. Life is going fine. Then, one Monday morning, Mike's car breaks down on the way to work. The mechanic says it's the transmission. Total repair cost? $2,800. Mike doesn't have an emergency fund, not even close. His checking account has $340 in it. So what does he do? He puts the entire repair on his credit card at 26% interest, making minimum payments that $2,800 will end up costing him over $5,500 by the time it's paid off. But it gets worse. 2 months later, Mike gets laid off. Now he has no income and $3,200 in credit card debt. He starts using his credit card for groceries, gas, and rent. Within 3 months, he's $9,000 in debt. His credit score tanks. He can't get approved for a new apartment. The stress affects his health, his relationships, and his ability to find a new job, all because he didn't have an emergency fund. This isn't a rare story. According to Bankrate, 56% of Americans cannot cover a $1,000 emergency expense with savings. More than half the country is one unexpected bill away from financial crisis. And that's exactly why an emergency fund is not optional. It is the foundation of your entire financial life. Without it, everything else falls apart. So here's what you need to do. Your first goal is to save $1,000 as fast as possible. This is your starter emergency fund. Sell stuff you don't need. Pick up extra shifts. Do a side hustle, whatever it takes. Get that first $1,000 saved and don't touch it. Your second goal is to build up 3 to 6 months of living expenses. If your monthly bills total $3,000, you need $9,000 to $18,000 in your emergency fund. And here's the key. Put this money in a high-yield savings account. Right now, high-yield savings accounts are paying 4 to 5% interest. That means your emergency fund is actually growing while it sits there waiting. Don't put it in a regular checking account earning nothing, and definitely don't invest it in the stock market because you need this money to be accessible immediately. Some great free high-yield savings options include Marcus by Goldman Sachs, Ally Bank, and SoFi, all free to open and no minimum balance required. Now I know building an emergency fund feels slow. It feels boring. It's not as exciting as investing. But trust me, it's the most important financial step you can take. Because the moment an emergency hits and you can handle it without going into debt, that feeling of security is priceless. An emergency fund doesn't just protect your money, it protects your peace of mind. Habit number 5, ignoring investing completely. And this one might be the most expensive mistake of all. A Gallup poll found that only 61% of Americans own any stock at all. That means nearly 4 out of 10 Americans are completely missing out on the greatest wealth-building machine in history, the stock market. And the number one reason people give for not investing is fear. They say things like, "What if I lose my money? I don't know how it works. Investing is for rich people. It's too complicated. It's basically gambling." Let me destroy all of those excuses right now. First, the stock market is not gambling. Gambling is when the odds are against you. The stock market has historically returned an average of 10% per year over the last 100 years, through world wars, through recessions, through the dot-com crash, through the 2008 financial crisis, through COVID. Every single time it recovered and went higher. The S&P 500, which is an index of the 500 largest companies in America, has never lost money over any 20-year period in history. Never. Not once. That's not gambling. That's math. Second, you don't need to be rich to start. You can open a free brokerage account on Fidelity or Schwab and start investing with as little as $1. One single dollar. You can buy fractional shares of companies like Apple, Amazon, Google, and Microsoft. There is zero excuse not to start. Third, you don't need to be an expert. You don't need to pick individual stocks. Just buy an S&P 500 index fund and let it sit. Warren Buffett himself said that an S&P 500 index fund is the best investment most Americans can make. If the greatest investor of all time says that, maybe we should listen. Now let me show you the real cost of not investing. And this is going to blow your mind. Let's say two friends both decide to invest $300 a month. Friend A starts at age 25. Friend B starts at age 35, just 10 years apart. Both invest in the same S&P 500 index fund, earning 10% average returns. Both stop at age 65. Friend A, who started at 25, ends up with $1.9 million. Friend B, who started at 35, ends up with $680,000. That is a difference of $1.2 million, and the only difference between them was 10 years. That is the power of compound interest. Albert Einstein reportedly called it the eighth wonder of the world. He said, "Those who understand it earn it, and those who don't pay it. Every single day you wait to invest is a day your money is not compounding. And those lost days add up to lost hundreds of thousands of dollars over your lifetime." Here's your action step. Today, not tomorrow, not next week, today, open a free brokerage account on Fidelity or Schwab. Set up an automatic monthly investment of whatever you can afford. Even $50, even $25. Buy an S&P 500 index fund, and then leave it alone. Don't check it every day. Don't panic when the market dips. Just keep investing consistently and let time do the heavy lifting. That is how average Americans become millionaires. Not by winning the lottery, not by getting lucky, but by investing consistently and letting compound interest work its magic over decades. Habit number 6. Trying to look rich instead of actually being rich. And honestly, this might be the most toxic money habit in America today. We live in the age of social media. Every day you scroll through Instagram and TikTok and see people flashing designer bags, luxury cars, exotic vacations, and expensive jewelry. And it creates this pressure, this feeling that you need to keep up, that you need to show the world that you're doing well. So what do people do? They finance a BMW they can't afford. They buy $200 sneakers when they have $43 in their savings account. They go on a vacation to Miami paid entirely by credit card. They wear Gucci and Louis Vuitton while their bank account is screaming for help. This is called the keeping up with the Joneses trap, and it's been destroying American finances for decades. Social media just made it 10 times worse. But here's the truth that nobody on Instagram will tell you. Most of the people flexing online are broke. They are drowning in debt. That car is leased. That vacation is on a credit card. That lifestyle is a lie. Meanwhile, the truly wealthy people in America, you'd never know they were rich by looking at them. Thomas Stanley spent over 20 years studying millionaires in America for his book, The Millionaire Next Door. And what he found shocked everyone. The number one car driven by American millionaires is not a Mercedes or BMW. It's a Toyota. Most millionaires buy used cars, not new ones. Most millionaires live in middle-class neighborhoods, not mansions. Most millionaires shop at regular stores, not luxury boutiques. And most millionaires have never spent more than $300 on a pair of shoes in their entire life. These people are rich precisely because they don't spend money trying to look rich. Here's a quote that changed my perspective on money forever. It comes from Morgan Housel's book, The Psychology of Money. He said, "Wealth is what you don't see. Wealth is the cars not purchased, the diamonds not bought, the renovations postponed. Wealth is financial assets that haven't yet been converted into stuff you see." Read that again. Wealth is what you don't see. The person driving a 10-year-old Toyota with $800,000 in investments is infinitely wealthier than the person driving a brand new BMW with $800 in their checking account. So here's my challenge to you. Stop trying to impress people who don't care about you with money you don't have for things you don't need. Instead, build invisible wealth. Wealth that lives in your brokerage account, in your retirement fund, in your assets. Wealth that buys you freedom, security, and peace of mind. Not attention from strangers on the internet. Because at the end of the day, nobody cares what you drive, what you wear, or where you vacation. But everyone cares about their own financial freedom. Focus on yours. And now, habit number 7, the most dangerous habit of all, having absolutely zero financial education. Think about this for a moment. You spent 12 years in school, maybe 16 if you went to college, maybe even more. You learned algebra, you learned the periodic table, you memorized historical dates, you dissected a frog in biology class. But in all those years of education, how many hours were spent teaching you about money? How many classes taught you how to budget, how to invest, how to build wealth, how taxes actually work, how compound interest can make you a millionaire, how credit scores affect every major financial decision in your life? For most Americans, the answer is zero. Literally 0 hours of financial education in over a decade of schooling. And that is not an accident. The system was never designed to create financially free individuals. It was designed to create workers and consumers. People who earn money and immediately give it all back through debt, taxes, and spending. Think about it. Banks make money when you're in debt. Credit card companies make money when you carry a balance. Car dealerships make money when you finance. The entire economy depends on you spending every dollar you earn and then borrowing more. Nobody in that system benefits from you being financially educated. Nobody benefits from you understanding compound interest. Nobody benefits from you investing wisely and building wealth, except you. That's why financial education is the single most important investment you can make. It's not a stock. It's not real estate. It's not crypto. It's knowledge, because once you understand how money really works, you can never be fooled again. And the beautiful thing is, financial education is free. It's available to anyone with an internet connection. Here's where to start. Read these 5 books. They will change your entire relationship with money. Number 1. Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. This book teaches you the difference between how the rich and the poor think about money. It's the perfect starting point. Number 2. The Psychology of Money by Morgan Housel. This book shows you that building wealth has less to do with intelligence and more to do with behavior. Number 3. The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. This reveals the actual habits and lifestyles of real American millionaires, and it's nothing like what you see on social media. Number 4. The Simple Path to Wealth by J.L. Collins. This is the best beginner investing book ever written. It makes investing so simple that anyone can do it. Number 5. I Will Teach You to Be Rich by Ramit Sethi. This is a practical step-by-step guide to automating your finances and building wealth without being cheap. Read 1 book a month. That's it. 5 months from now, you'll know more about money than 95% of Americans. And of course, keep watching The Compound Voice, because every single video on this channel is designed to give you the financial education that the school system refused to teach you. This is your classroom, your money, your future, compounded. All right, let's quickly recap the 7 money habits keeping you poor. Habit 1. Lifestyle inflation. When your income goes up, invest the difference. Don't inflate your lifestyle. Habit 2. Not paying yourself first. Save and invest at least 20% of your income before paying anything else. Automate it. Habit 3. Carrying credit card debt. Pay it off aggressively using the avalanche method. Never spend money you don't have. Habit 4. No emergency fund. Build 3 to 6 months of expenses in a high-yield savings account. Habit 5. Not investing. Open a brokerage account today and start investing in an S&P 500 index fund, even if it's just $25 a month. Habit 6. Trying to look rich. Stop buying things to impress people. Build invisible wealth instead. And habit 7. No financial education. Read books. Watch this channel. Invest in your knowledge, because that's the one investment that always pays off. Here's the truth. Building wealth is not complicated. It's not about earning $1 million salary. It's about making smart, consistent decisions with whatever income you have and letting time and compound interest do the heavy lifting. Small changes today lead to massive results tomorrow. That is the compound effect. And that is the mission of the Compound Voice. Now, here's what I need you to do. If this video changed the way you think about money, do 3 things for me. Number 1, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Number 2, drop a comment below telling me which habit you're most guilty of. I read every single comment. And number 3, share this video with one person you care about, one friend or family member who needs to hear this message. You might just change their financial future. Thank you for watching. I'm the Compound Voice, and I'll see you in the next one.